Welcome back to another edition of Our City. A few things going around the city of Elizabeth this week. Keep in mind that on Wednesday, July 4th, City Hall will be closed in honor of Independence Day here in the city of Elizabeth. In addition, the city of Elizabeth will celebrate Independence Day at the Veterans Memorial Waterfront Park, which is located on Front Street. The fireworks show begins at dusk, which is approximately 9:15 in the evening. We wish everyone a safe and happy 4th of July celebration. And join us at the waterfront for a spectacular fireworks celebration on the 4th. And on Sunday, July 8th, the Puerto Rican Alliance of Elizabeth will host a cultural parade and festival. This parade will begin at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It will begin at Union Square on the corner of High Street and Elizabeth Avenue. And it will end at the Todd Bowles Soccer Football Complex located on Front Street between Court and Pine. This will continue from 2 o'clock, where the start of the parade, till 8 o'clock in the evening. They'll host a festival featuring music, special guests, food, craft vendors, Jeep show, face painting, activities, and cultural exhibits, and much, much more. The rain date for this parade will be Sunday, July 15th. So for more information, please visit www.prenj.org. If you need any more information concerning these events or any other events, please call our public information office at 908-820-4124. Please stay with us after these messages, where I'm going to be joined by the member of City Council from the 5th Ward, Councilman William Gallman.
Sometimes you learn by helping others learn. Kane University.
Welcome back to Our City, where I'm pleased to be joined by William Gallman, the representative from the 5th Ward on City Council. Councilman Gallman, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mayor.
Well, welcome back, too. You've been here before.
Yes, I have.
You're like an old shoe. You've been here a lot of times, right?
Yeah, well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
As always.
So what's been going on since the last time we did the show?
Well, we continue to have events in the ward. And one of my favorite, as you know, is my annual cookout that we have.
Except you don't cook.
No, I don't. To be honest with you, I do not cook. I leave all the cooking.
It's a great event. I'm kidding you.
I know you. I know you are, but it's a good event. Well attended. We have somewhere in the neighborhood over 1,000 people each time that we have the event, and I'm excited about it. And as you know, that we alternate between two parks, which is our major park in the 5th Ward, between Jefferson Park and Kellogg's Park. However, this year we happen to be in Kellogg's Park. And the starting time would be from 12 till about 6 until the food run out. And people have a great time.
And you do run out of food. A lot of people show up.
Yes. We've had that happen a couple of times. But not too often, but a couple of times. And I just love it. And what I get out of it mostly, that when you see, as you know, our city is very diversified with nationality. When I see so many different nationalities sitting at various tables, they may not know each other, but they have a way of able to communicate and get along, and you see the excitement over their faces, and they're talking in their own languages, but they're able to communicate. And that's what this world should be all about, getting along, knowing their neighbors, and enjoying each other, not hatreds. And then I get a lot out of that, and seeing the kids there.
Well, Facebook has kind of ruined the ability for people to get out in the yards and talk with people anymore.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. But this event is a way to bring it.
So besides that, what's going on in the 5th Ward?
Well, as you know, also on August the 4th. By the way, we didn't tell them the date. I believe it's on July the 14th. That's going to be happening at Kellogg's Park. August the 4th.
Oh, we're going to come back to the cookout. Don't you worry about that.
August the 4th, we're having the Play Street. That's one that, under the direction of Office on Ages, going to be held on Court Street between Trumbull and 7th Street. That'll start from noontime till about 1. Play Street is an activity where you have various games, and even for people my age, at the age of 16. No, I'm only kidding.
You're a young guy.
But a lot of kids get involved. They have a lot of fun, and various games. And I will be raffling off a couple of bikes coming from me. If I'm going to donate a couple of bikes, and people have another way of bringing people out to enjoy themselves. And in my block watch meeting just last evening, I was telling those that was attended there, I said, our city is such rapidly growth in our city. And that's all a testament, of course, your hard work and all the city councilmen working together. And the housing market is on the uprise, and seeing that growth, and you feel good about it. But I said to them, we have to learn to get out to know our next door neighbor. A lot of people doesn't do that. Of course, my wife accused me of talking to everybody, which is
Well,
true.
you have to.
Sometimes.
You're a member of the city council. You got to talk to everybody.
Yeah. So, but it's good to know your next door neighbor, and don't sit back and be complacent and not knowing your next door neighbor. Get out and talk to them. So this is another way to bring people out of their home and get the chance to know who their neighbors are, and I love that.
So the cookout event is another way to do that.
Absolutely.
You get people from the different neighborhoods.
Yes.
Show up in the park, but also you have horse rides, right? Or
Yes.
pony
Yeah.
rides and
and at the end of cookout, you have a petting zoo, and that petting zoo consists of pony rides for the kids from 12 to toddlers, and you have all various type of animals. And
Hayride?
Hayride is an exciting event, and that's for all ages, and people get
a lot of dancing going on too, right?
Yeah, a lot of dancing. Yes,
You got Deborah out there with some line dancing.
Yes,
Is she
right.
showing up again?
Yes, they're going to have that.
Deborah Dixon
Yes,
with her group.
Ms. Dixon will have a group out there doing her line dancing, steppers and all that, and the food is good, such as what we have. We have a good taste of hot dog and hamburger. I can't afford steaks now, but it's enjoyable, and we have bounces for the kids that enjoy it, and always Kellogg's Park is one of our great parks in the city, and is well kept, well maintained by the public work directors, public work, and also recreation. They both combined does a great job in all our parks, and that's one that I'm most proud of, how well it's maintained and kept over the years. We have a great time there. Great time.
So tell us about some of the vendors and some of the sponsors of this event.
Well, some of the sponsors we have, Seafogo, that's a new freezer warehouse there on Fairmont Avenue and between Henry Street, that area. They're going to sponsor the food, okay? And I believe Barcode, they have committed to do the petting zoo. And the hay wagon, hay ride, has come from the Board of Chosen Freeholder. And the face painting, I'm going to sponsor the face painting. So we're going to have a variety of that event there. And the bouncers, our recreation director, he's going to help us out with the bouncers out there. So we have a lot of event that's going to happen. There's more that's going to happen. Now, for the vendors that's going to be, they're continue to rapidly call in. Right now, I've got calls from Trinitas Hospital, also from Future City with Michelle McBean. They're coming in. And then other that we haven't dotted the I and crossed the T's yet, but there's a line of people that want to come in. And because we don't put a charge on for them to come in. No.
So how many years have you been doing this?
This, believe it or not, the 13th year. My 16th year on City Council, but the 13th year that we've been doing it. I'm excited. It's just like the first year I started, and I enjoy it because I like seeing people together.
So your 16th year on the City Council, you just reelected?
Yes.
No, any opposition in November?
No opposition in November, thank God. And it feels good not to have opposition.
So who would know you get to retire from all these years at the county parks and then serve 20 years on the council?
What they're saying, who would
Life is good, huh?
Life is good. Mayor, I was telling some people the other day at an event, growing up as a young man in the South and moving here and started my career at the county, in no way, shape, or form or fashion that I thought I would, in my wildest dream, what I would accomplish and achieve what I have in life. And I was talking to a young man interested in politics, and I was telling him I'm trying to get him involved and how to get himself motivated and work with other people and being able to be an open-minded. Because I said, when you sit down and talk to people, you have to have a very open mind when you talk to people, because there's so many different nationalities, and you got to make sure that you're touching base with everybody, and you don't leave anyone out. Now, knowing that you're not going to be able to please everybody, but you do the very best you can. And once you have done the very best you can during the course of the year or the day, when you get home, and you feel relaxed and say, well, wow, I didn't please everybody, but I was able to accomplish this, accomplish that, and whereby you made someone along the way happy, and you feel good about it.
So one of the ways you address that and make people happy is through these block watch meetings. Where are your block watch meetings, and how do you address the people's concerns through them?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I have 3 block watch meetings throughout my ward. One is held on Mount Teamer. That's up on Madison Avenue at the Mount Teamer Church. That's on the second Thursday of the month at 6 p.m. Great turnout up there. Great group of guys and girls. We talk about various things. The second one is the third Tuesday of the month at the Sampson Center at 6 p.m. And the last one is held the last Thursday of the month up at Blessed Sacrament. And each one of them, although they're block watch meeting, they talk sometime about the same thing but different location. And whatever you name it, they can talk about having tree trimmed, sidewalk repaired, or park might be in pothole, you name it. And matter of fact, that was one of the topics the other evening about street paving. We discussed the street paving, and I told them that is on the way. One of the streets particularly we talked about was East Grand Street from the highway all the way to to Broad Street. As you know, we're doing the street straight program there between Broad and Jefferson, but from Jefferson all the way to the highway, where we built those new 12 homes there past Union Baptist Church. Naturally, the streets are disarray at that moment. I told them just be patient. I was in conversation with the Public Works Director just about a week ago, and we're about ready to start those programs very soon. So I told them just be patient, and you're going to see a big difference. So
you fill in a lot of information for these folks.
Well,
at the meetings, right?
I try.
It's important.
Yes, I tried my very best, Mayor, and if anything that I can't give to them at the time, I would certainly get back to them. One of the things also being successful in this career is making sure you return phone calls. I don't have to tell you that. Of course, you know that. You know that. If you return phone calls to people and give them an answer, we have some fine directors, from the Recreation Department, from Public Works, right on down to all the directors. We can have very good dialogue with them. And we can get the information and pass it on to our constituents, which is
Councilman, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us on the show. I wish you continued success and good luck in what will be your 5th term on the City Council.
Yes.
So best wishes and have a safe summer.
Thank you, Mayor.
And I'll see you at that event in July.
July
right.
14th. Thank you.
Please stay with us after these messages. I want to thank Councilman Bill Gallman. For the second half of the show, I'm going to be joined by Paul Addessa, the Director of Recreation.
We're an American original, dependable, historic, nuanced, with all the comforts of home, even when you're just visiting. So we're celebrating for all that we've left untouched and all that we've changed. A place where the past meets the future. So consider this your invitation.
We've been celebrating here in Elizabeth for 350 years, and we're just getting started. Welcome back to our city. I'm pleased to be joined by Paul Addessa, the Director of Recreation in the City of Elizabeth. Director, welcome to the show.
Glad to be back, Mayor.
So, the school year's coming to an end, the weather getting better. What can residents expect from the Recreation Department?
Well, as you know, when I'm on the show, you know summer is here. So we've been preparing for the last couple of months for the summer. We opened our in-ground pool at Erksleben. We've been open now for a few weeks on weekends, and now with the school, the kids are out of school. We're now open 7 days a week. And also our splash parks. Miller Evans Logan Recreation Center has a splash park that was brand new last year. It's going to be our second year. The Mickey Walker Recreation Center has a splash park. Believe it or not, this is our 9th year at that location.
9th year.
No, it's incredible.
How many years for Miller Evans?
Miller, this is going to be the second year.
Second year.
But it's amazing realizing that it's been 9 years since we converted to the splash park there. We also have various.
The splash parks get a lot more use too.
Oh, absolutely, and the residents have a choice. If you want to go and go swimming in a pool, we built a brand new pool a few years ago, a zero entry pool, so it's ADA accessible with shade structures. So that pool has been very popular. But so you have a choice of a pool, or you can go to splash parks, and if you want to go just to somewhere near your home, we have various.
Well, first, tell us about the hours of the pool and the spray parks.
Well, the hours of the pool is 12 to 6, 7 days a week, and that goes for splash parks and the pool. And we also, like I said, we have various fountains throughout the city, like at Kellogg Park or Fairmont Avenue, Lynch Memorial, Jackson Park, which we built last year. So we have them throughout the city. So if kids want to just maybe, if it's something a block or two away, they can just go there and they can enjoy themselves at those locations. We also have our day camps. Our first session started yesterday. And we also have supervised playgrounds throughout the city, which is approximately 20 playgrounds that we supervise. And we do the old games, the board games, the knock hockey. We provide arts and crafts to keep the kids busy during the day. And of course, our most popular activity or program, we've been doing this now for 26 summers, is our food nutrition program, which is funded by the federal government and administered through the state of New Jersey. We've been serving approximately anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 lunches and snacks daily. And that program is, we get help from the Board of Education Food Services Program that provide the food for our program every summer.
And that works out really well. The kids sign up for that, or you just happen to be in the playground?
No, you just have to be in the playground. As long as you're under the age of 18 years of age, you are eligible for a lunch and a snack. But however, you have to eat it on site. You can't.
Now, some of the parents have to register their kids.
Well,
what do they register them for?
Well,
where?
We have 5 day camps throughout the city of Elizabeth that are registered day camps. The playgrounds are just walk-ins. Now, the day camps, of course, you started our first session, which was yesterday, July 2nd. Now, that will go for 4 weeks. And we have 5 locations. It's the Hanratty Complex at Westfield Avenue. We have the Elmore Racket Club on Fernwood Terrace, Miller Evans Logan Recreation Center on First Street, the Mickey Walker Recreation Center on Anna Street, and the Fred Erksleben Recreation Center in the Bayway section on Richmond Street. So, but if anyone is interested in registering their child for for the day camps, right now some of our day camps may be filled for the first session, but we'll be able to accommodate them for the August session.
So, are there different ages in the day camps?
Just 5 to 10 years old.
The day camps are 5 to 10
5
years
to
old.
10, yes.
And the counselors also work with them on games too as well.
We have all the counselors. That's something we've been working on since April.
So you have 1,200 to 1,500 lunches are served every day. How exactly does that work?
Well, what happens is that the board, we have approximately 25, 30 sites. Some are our own sites. Throughout the city, maybe playgrounds, at the pools, day camps. We also take on private sites. So if a church in the city of Elizabeth they have a Bible camp or some type of activity that they like to have lunches delivered to them, we can provide lunches throughout the city at any location that's having some type of summer.
And this works with the board. The Board of Ed prepares it, right? How's that?
The Board of Ed prepares it, and they do the deliveries.
And they do the deliveries.
Yes.
So, parks and playground. We're also renovating some, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we've been very busy with the renovations. I mean, obviously, it's been an ongoing.
Where are they happening?
Our biggest project is at the Fred Erxleben Recreation Center. I mean, the pool is going to be open this summer. However, the center is going to be closed. We're invested $3.5 million to all new locker rooms, all new bathrooms, lighting, windows, doors, parking. And also the boxing gym we're going to renovate on the second floor. So it's unfortunately, I said the building is not going to be open this summer. However, the camp will be there, but be an outdoor camp, and the pool will be open. We will have restrooms, temporary restrooms on site. But next summer, we will have now the brand new pool, which was a couple years old, but a brand new rec center that's going to complement the pool and other activities we have there during the entire year.
We upgrading baseball fields as well?
Well, yes, another park is Green Acres Playground. We hopefully will be done by the end of July, so we'll get at least the month of August. Green Acres is a $2 million project. It's going to include a new spray park. It's going to include a children's playground, a new basketball court, shelter, and also a walking trail for the residents.
That's interesting.
And we also have a new playground going up at Carteret Park. We received some assistance from the Union County Board of Children Freeholders on a grant for an inclusive playground, which means that there's going to be a section of that playground where if a child is in a wheelchair or is handicapped, can play just like anyone else in that playground. So I'm looking forward to this project. Should be completed sometime next month.
And Miller, did you mention the Miller program?
Miller Playground is a project that we're still waiting on the plans. That's on South Park Street. Matter of fact, it's in Councilman Gallman's ward. And we're hopefully by the end of the year, the plans will be finished. We're looking to do the same thing, renovate that playground with a new basketball court, volleyball, new playground, shelter, new spray feature. So we're continuing upgrading all of our facilities. And like I said, it's I said to someone, and this is as you know, this is my 26th year mayor, and I didn't. We're replacing playground equipment that I replaced 26 years ago, which I thought, well, wow, never thought I would be
replacing it again.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like has
the materials changed much?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the old playground equipment, you would have like galvanized pipes and.
Well, that's the real old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going back to where we used to play on swings with asphalt underneath, but things have changed over the years. All of our playgrounds, we've upgraded to be, make sure that they're all safe. We started doing initially with the wood mulch as the safety surface. Now I'm getting away from that. I'm starting, all of our new playgrounds are going to have the poured rubber safety surfacing, so the kids will be they'll be bouncing off the rubbers as opposed to getting the wood chips in their shoes.
That's a good way to describe it, huh? So tell us, tomorrow is July 4th. This airs on the 3rd. Tell us about the fireworks and the fireworks celebration. What can the viewers expect?
Well, like you said, tomorrow, July 4th is our annual fireworks display, and we get thousands of not only residents but people from around the Union County area, and like I said, it's been a spectacular fireworks show for years. We've increased it after the past couple of years. Councilman Torres from the First Ward asked if we could add to it, which we did last year, and it's a great show, and people enjoy themselves. We encourage everyone to bring maybe a lawn chair or blanket, or there are some vendors like street vendors that are out on serving ice cream and hot dogs and stuff that people can purchase. But it's a great event, and looking forward to it.
And that doesn't count the people that come to IKEA and
Oh yeah, I mean,
Jersey
we
Gardens,
don't.
right, to go to the parking lot there.
Oh yeah, I mean, people could watch from IKEA. They could watch from Jersey Gardens. However, like I said, I don't see that part. But Veterans Park at the foot of Elizabeth Avenue and Front Street, that's where we encourage people to come and watch the display from that location. We also get people that go into the marina or the recreation pier. But all Front Street and First Street people, it's a great view from anywhere down in Elizabeth Port.
And the playgrounds, one of the questions that sometimes gets asked, are they open during the rain?
Outdoor,
Yeah,
for the summer program?
For the summer program.
So, no, the outdoor, weather permitting, because, we will close the outdoor sites.
So like the Racket Club would be open.
Racket Club, yeah, the indoor sites are open.
Hand Ratty would be open because it's
Hand Ratty will be open. However, if you're in a playground, of course, I say O'Brien Field, of course, if inclement weather, we're not going to open. Plus, if we see in the forecast that there may be some severe thunderstorms, might be coming during the course of the day, we may decide on keeping the outdoor sites closed just for safety purposes.
And Director, how many kids do you think you service during the summer?
Like I said, we service probably, like I said, anywhere from 1,200 to
That's just the
15.
lunches. There's other people.
Yeah, but most of the kids, I mean, I use that as a count of who we're servicing,
Okay.
but it's probably more because not everyone is, anyone over 18, of course, is not in that count.
Right.
So I would say, yeah, it would be a couple thousand, I would say, we service on a daily basis.
All right, Director, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us on the show and all the work that you do in the Recreation Department. Appreciate your efforts.
Well, thank you, Mayor.
I want to thank Paul Addessa, the Director of Recreation. I also want to thank Bill Gallman, the Councilman of the 5th Ward. Be safe on July 4th, and we'll see you next week on another edition of Our City.
Why do we like it here? Let's just say the reasons are diverse. Kane University.